Divine Rising, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reflections. Today is Saturday, December 28th, 2019. Today was supposed to be the 11th day of my 21-day fast, but on day 10, which was last night, I broke my fast. um, I was having some issues, you guys. I was experiencing some weird symptoms, and I've done research. I watched a few YouTube videos um, before I went on my fast, and I noticed a few people were saying that on their day 11 or their day 15, some people said it didn't happen till like day 19, 20, when they were feeling like really, really horrible, that they thought that they were like close to death. But yesterday was day 10 for me. You got to remember that the first 7 days I did do great fasting, like a mono fast. And after day 7, um, I um, I was just on strictly alkaline water. On those days that I did do my grape fast, I only did like a handful of grapes twice a day for 7 days. But yeah, that's how I started off. And on yesterday, I noticed after recording that I really felt uh, I was really energized right before I did my recording. And afterwards, maybe an hour later, I went to lie down and I wanted to read, and I realized that my vision was very blurred. I couldn't really focus. So I said, well, let me lay down for a little bit, and I'll read once I awake. But I couldn't go to sleep. And I know I was experiencing like tightness in my chest, sharp pains in my tummy area, and it worked its way up from my tummy area to my chest. I said, well, maybe I have to use the restroom. But I wasn't gassy or anything. I didn't have to use the restroom. But I just drank more and more and more water because I know I watched one YouTuber where she said every time she got hungry or lightheaded or, had a headache, she would just drink more water and she would feel better. So before you knew it, I had gone through like a gallon of water, like within like maybe 3 or 4 hours. I had finished the gallon that I had just opened yesterday, rising before my recording. But I realized that let me get up and go down the stairs and see, if I change where I'm at in the house, will I feel better? And I got up, and when I rose up, I felt really faint. Everything just went black pretty much. And I had to catch the wall because I was about to fall out. So I sat back down and I said, well, let me lie here for a little while longer. And before you knew it, I had fell asleep for like an hour. I felt really energized before I stood up. I felt like, okay, I feel better. So let me get up and let's move around a little. But when I stood up, I felt really faintish. It's like everything was blurry. My vision is blurry to the point where I couldn't even walk. So I lie down. I said, well, I'm not feeling good. Something's not right here. This sharp pain in my chest. So let me just lie here for a little while longer. And this went on for a while yesterday. And every time I attempted to get up, it was maybe 7 or 8 times I tried this. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. Everything was just blurry. And I felt like my body was telling me like I had overdone it. But I really was determined. I wanted to just push myself. I'm like, this is just all in your head. So I went for the most part of yesterday without, giving into that feeling. But I knew that things was pretty serious when I wanted to leave from my daughter's room that I had been stuck in all day because I couldn't walk. I had been in her room pretty much all day yesterday up until like maybe 5. I called my good friend And I talked to him. I said, well, I don't feel well. Is this normal? And because I literally had to crawl down the steps. Not crawl, but I had to sit on my butt and just kind of scoot down the stairs, the flight of stairs. And that took a lot out of me. I was scared I was going to pass out because I was dizzy doing that. And I went down another flight of stairs and I sat down for maybe 20 minutes and talked to him on the phone. And after that conversation, I had to come back up the stairs. And by the time I made it up, which I was on my hands and knees going up, by the time I made it up, I was extremely dizzy. I felt worse than I felt all day. So I sat down in the living room area for a while just so I can, get that energy back I just used to get up those steps so I can make it up the next flight of steps. And after that, I went and I lay down for a while. I kind of told myself, like, this is just all in your head. You'll be okay. Give it a minute or two. Give it an hour or so. And maybe an hour had passed. And I sat up to drink some water. And I was, like, really, really, really out of it. I couldn't even see. And it felt like my ears were popping. And my vision, I didn't have any vision. I couldn't see. It was like everything was blurry. And I lied there for a while and I said, okay, I can't do this anymore. I need something to eat. I feel like I'm about to pass out. Like I felt really horrible. So I did break my fast. I had a banana. I was going to have some watermelon, but the watermelon was disgusting. So I had a banana. I ate a banana and I didn't eat the whole thing. I ate majority of it, but that took a lot of me too. To eat that banana was like, took a lot of my energy. And it took about a little while, but maybe 30 minutes, I felt a little better. My vision started to come back. The blurry vision faded away. But I didn't get my energy. I still don't have any energy right now. But I had enough to get up and go to the store, to Whole Foods store, to get a watermelon, which was disappointing because at this time of year, the Whole Foods store doesn't have any organic seeded watermelons. It's just regular seedless watermelons. And that's very disappointing because that's the only way I know to break my fast. And I wanted cantaloupe because I know that's probably the next best thing. But none of their cantaloupes were ripe or ready. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. I apologize. But, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what I ended up doing was scraping the top of the watermelon off and just like eating the rind. Because that's the only firm part. The watermelon that I ended up purchasing was really mushy and disgusting. It was really sweet. It was overwhelmingly sweet. It's too much sugar, and because it's artificial. But I did cut the top of it off. I got down to the very bottom where there was just the little pink, just a little red of the watermelon. I ate that, and I feel so much better right now. I feel good, actually. But I just wanted to give you guys an update and keep it very real and honest that I did break my fast at about 6:30, 7 last evening. And what I'm going to do is I intend to try it again, maybe in February or March. I may give it another shot. I may be leaving the States. As a matter of fact, I am leaving the States soon, in like a month or two. So I'm going to go and try this again. And hopefully I'm in a better environment where, I have a little bit more support. It's not about the support because I had this regardless. But your environment plays a huge role in how you respond and react to things, especially when you're fasting. But I say that to say this is I'm going to attempt to do this again. This is just preparing me for the next time. And what my intentions are now is to try to transition into raw vegan, into becoming a raw vegan. But I know that's going to be extremely challenging because the United States we don't have very many options as far as organic and, you know, foods and vegetables. And for those things that we do have available, which is my place is at the Whole Food store. You know, right now during this time of the year, the supermarket is not up and running. So the Whole Food store is our only option, and they charge way too much. Like, you really have to be working your ass off and making decent money in order to be able to afford to eat for a week. It's very expensive. I spent maybe close to $200 and some dollars just on water, alkaline water alone, just for these 21 days, and I didn't have enough. Excuse me. I didn't even have enough. I had to end up going and buy more. Well, my daughter bought me some more water, and yeah. So that's where we are, and I just want to encourage you, for those of you who are out there doing your 21-day water fast. I was told that maybe I should have done things differently. Maybe I should have just started off with just doing the water fast instead of doing the first 7 days with grapes and then transitioning over to water. I should have just started off doing the water or just doing the 21-day grape fast. That may have, played a role in my body reacting and responding to this fast. So try sticking to just, if you're going to do a mono fast, do a mono fast. If you're going to do a water fast, do a water fast. And be encouraged. Keep going. And don't beat yourself up if you're not able to complete the 21 days. Just know that your heart was in the right place, and maybe next time you'll get it. I am extremely proud of myself because I remember when me and my boyfriend, my sweet boyfriend, we were in Mexico, and we tried this, I think maybe 2 or 3 times. And I think the first time I only made it 3 days, and that was on an orange. No, that was, I believe it was I'm not sure if it was a water fast. It may have been a water fast. And I know another time we did an orange fast, and I think I made it to like day 5, and I couldn't take it anymore. Like, I couldn't do the oranges, but I was able to complete 9 days, and on the 10th day, I only gave in because I felt like it was really affecting my health, or maybe it was all just in my head. But next time around, I'll get it right. Thank you guys for watching. Be a great day. Be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you. Stay lifted.